and you'll see a lot of those elements within the collection. We also have a menswear twist to it, which is great. So you'll also see these elements transition into runway as well. I can't speak about runway too much because it's a secret, but you will see those elements again. But going back to the menswear, you'll see some tweeds, flannel, pinstripe, herringbone, which is great because Mr. Ford tends to do that with his collections. Another thing to note about the collection, it's very separates driven. So you will have a lot of different components that the client can play with. She can mix and match within the collection. She can also mix and match within her wardrobe. So it's a very wearable, easy sell. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised that it's really great pieces. So we are all happy that deliveries are on time. So I mean, let's really kind of capitalize on that. So starting off with Christina, she has our True and Tried stretch file, which is actually an exclusive fabric to Tom Ford. And this is a carryover style we've had since spring 15, and it's always done well for us, but they've updated it in this wine color. So you have the notch lapel, 2-button front, and you see the lines are very straight in the back. It's such a great, easy fit. The skirt as well is a carryover style. We also have this still in the store in black, white, and in navy. So your client has many options, and I know a lot of ladies come back and will buy multiple colors. So this is just an easy add-on. Call them up. We have a great color for fall.
And also it feels really good. It kind of holds you in
Right.
really well, and the proportions on it is really nice. So the whole stretch thing really works wonders. And I can imagine you can tuck a shirt in, you can
Right.
tuck it out, and it's gonna just actually hold from rising up. So I think that's another good selling point for you guys, is when you have especially silks, it's gonna hold the silk. You know how you're always fighting and the silk is out? That will hold it a little bit more. So that's kind of another thing to speak of. Another thing that I love is the 2-button. A lot of women predominantly don't button the lower button in women's wear, but I would encourage to button it because it's such a chic thing, and you can kind of sell it with a lot of dresses. For me, I wear my dark blazers with white dresses. This is the best. If she has her favorite white dress for the summer, throw on any blazer. You know how cold it is in the evening. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's snug on the half back, but it feels so comfortable because there is no lining, kind of that's constricting your movement. So it's really nice.
It's one of those miracle fabrics, it's kind of becoming our basic go-to. When we think about iconic ideas in menswear, we've got lots of them, but women's, we're constantly trying to find what those new things are, and the super stretch file has become that, and hence the new color, and we've had great success. So it's as Courtney says, a go-to item.
Is there a pant in there as well, or is there just
There's
skirt
no
and-
pants, just a two-piece skirt. So
But there is also a dress that's
Yeah,
strapless.
the
Yeah.
black, the way-
So you can match it up because it doesn't have to be too matchy-matchy. You can
Right.
actually wear the strapless white underneath it, and it looks very nice. And it also cuts here in the proper place. So it's not like the widest part of the hip, but a little bit lower. So it looks just very nice.
What's the price for you?
The jacket is $29.30. The skirt is $14.60.
And
So
also,
it's good.
Easy add-ons to sales.
yeah.
It's
I
good.
also just want to make note to the shoes. So these are part of an addition to the whole padlock story. It's a great 885. So I know all of our women wear 105s, 110s. I think this is a really chic, 85 shoe. She can run around in, very comfortable.
This is so
And it's in
comfortable.
this great python graphite color.
I know.
$14.90.
Yeah, it's
Does the
easy.
jacket also come with the matching pants or just a skirt?
No, just
No,
the
just-
the skirt, or you can do the dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next model. Top model.
Yes.
top model.
So Celia has this great viscose velvet suit on, and what we love is that this jacket is also another carryover style from fall 15 that we did really well with, especially you guys. You guys blew out of the jacket. They reintroduced it though in a looser fit, so it's not as structured as the one before. You know, peak lapel, single-breasted. You have your pockets in the front, but just a really more like relaxed, casual fit. Again, just kind of going back to the whole separates concept. I mean, if a client doesn't want to do the whole head-to-toe suit in velvet, she can easily just buy the jacket, you know, wear it back to jeans, wear it back to a trouser pant, or even just do the pant and do a nice tank. So this is definitely a great suit for the season. And we also have this color in, it comes in royal blue as well. So if the fuchsia is a little too loud for the client, you can do a royal blue. And just to make note, yes, this does not match exactly, but that's intentional. You'll see that we kind of play with jewel tones here in the collection. And then what top do you have on?
I think that's
Oh yeah.
double Georgette.
So also too, to make note to the tops that you guys have, this is almost like an update to your peasant blouse that you guys had previously. So here in the double Georgette, you have a gathered neckline, you have your gunmetal zip in the front, blouson sleeve, just a really great easy top. We have it in multiple colors. I believe you guys have black as well, and then
Yep.
the printed version as well.
It looks great tucked in. You could also actually wear it out.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Which
really
is quite nice.
long, actually.
It has a completely different
Yeah.
vibe. But,
Yeah.
you know, you could wear it with a skinny kind of legging or a
Mhm.
jean. And
This would be really cool with like a leather legging, especially for that older woman. She kind of likes that tunic length. This would be perfect for her. Thanks.
Thank you.
So continuing with suiting. So Christina has a pinstripe flannel suit. So here's where the men's wear inspiration
Straight.
kind of comes into play. You know, you have more of a longer length jacket, similar to menswear. You have your peak lapel with the front one button, single breasted, patch pockets in the front. Just a really great, you know, I know the call out has been power suits for some of these women. So I think this is a great piece to show her. And then underneath, Christina has on the crew neck satin blouse that we've also had before. I know we've had some fit issues in the past with the bust area and also
So
in
fixed.
the armhole. That has definitely
That's
been
good.
fixed this
I mean-
season, which is great. So as you can see, it fits her very well. She has room. It's not pulling in the chest area.
It's very clean.
Yeah.
Also, just to note, I mean, this is your men's fabrics. So think of the performance, and when you sell to women, say, okay, you know, in women's wear, there is no such a high quality fabrics. So actually what he does, he's bringing in very expensive fabrics from menswear world and introducing them to women's. Because women's normally is just very simple fabric with synthetic that would perform, that would drape well, and call it a day. So this is actually something more luxurious. So that's something to speak of, especially for men's team. You guys know the fabrics, you guys know how they perform in menswear. So I would definitely encourage to speak of that, because women don't, not used to it.
Do we buy this in other fabrics? This is that look?
it's just
Or
as
it's
is. It's a
just
chalk
as is.
pinstripe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's
gray
quite,
chalk
it's a
pinstripe.
little bit boxier, so to
Yeah.
speak, so you really need to have that power look, you know?
It has
No,
a
it's
very
beautiful. I just-
masculine.
If someone loved this exact thing, wanted in like a black or a deep or, I don't know. I'm thinking
No.
Aw.
But we
It's
have
not-
plenty of others.
Yeah, so here's the same jacket, but again, kind of going back to that stretch file. So I understand your point, we don't have a matching pant to this. But again, it's kind of just a play on separates. You can definitely mix this with a basic black trouser pant. We also have,
This is great
Double
yes, the
double-breasted.
double-breasted is
I
gorgeous.
personally love double-breasted on women. It looks really chic, especially with a wide leg pant.
Yeah.
If she has those high-waisted jeans that are flare on the bottom, this jacket is a killer jacket with it. And also the fit is fantastic. The whole double-breasted. It's really beautiful.
Looks good on you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Because I have at least 3 double-breasted jackets, and I always wear them with like high-waisted, flare-out platform. I always get stopped, get compliments. This is definitely something you don't see very much, and I love that it's more tapered versus the other
Yeah,
jackets that we
boxier.
have.
Yeah.
So that's something you can accentuate as well because it has all the darting in it. So you can definitely bring her in even more if she desires. And that creates a little bit more of an hourglass. So
Yeah.
I love that piece. And also, I love this detail. Very
so same
different.
menswear detail, the 5-button on the cuff with the rounded seam.
What I also love is if you can tell the pant. The pant is, it has a masculine perspective, but at the same time that pant makes it very sexy
It's a little
and
bit
very
big. We
feminine.
didn't have my size, but.
No, it's
That's like a
beautiful.
40.
Mhm.
You wear it with a pump, and
Mhm,
it just elevates it. I don't know if you look at like old Hollywood, Marlene Dietrich kind of did that thing. It's just she just put on a man's suit, but she made it very feminine, and it's just how it's carried, and it's menswear fabric with women's elements, a pump, a clutch,
Mhm.
and you just elevate yourself.
You can also do because it's
The
enough
cuff.
fabric, you can do the cuff. And I would suggest to do the big cuff.
Yeah, 2 inches
Yes,
or more.
that would be really
Yeah,
nice.
you could take it. You could even go upstairs and bring up some pocket squares if you really want to take it to another element. You
Uh-huh.
can
Oh,
definitely
for
take
sure.
that to
For sure, because this is functional, guys. So you
Yeah,
can
but
definitely do the rosette and
But the leg
Use
has
it.
to be has to be wide.
yes.
So we don't suggest to taper the legs.
No,
No,
just
no,
leave
no,
it
no,
the
no.
straight.
look is to have it a little bit wide,
Because
yeah.
sometimes we suggest, but these ones no.
No, it's
No, I
easy.
would leave as is,
Yeah.
yeah. So going on to dresses, so we have this really great sable dress. You have the contrast velvet collar and cuff with your 5-button in the front, and then also a self tie in the back. We did notice that this dress does run a little big. So just, keep in mind, not everything's going to be perfect. Always come to Christina or Veronica. They try everything on, they take pictures. So just to kind of be mindful that if you do have a client who brings his wife, you might have to size down for her so she doesn't feel, self-conscious in the fitting room. We have a really great combination dress. So here you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. So we have our stretch file fabric on the bottom for the skirt, and then you also have your viscose velvet up top. It is tricky to get into. So hard to get into. I know. I tried it on and it took me a while. Once you're in it, it's amazing on.
I couldn't get them.
Really?
I was.
It was. And did you go up a size?
Yeah, but it's still, it was just like this way, this.
So we're okay. So another thing to kind of know. No, it's a good
You
point.
can't step into it.
And that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
So we have made this call out to the production managers because it's so important for women to step into dresses. Unfortunately, it does not zip all the way down. You do have a back zipper, and then you also have a side zipper. But again, it is very hard to get into, so just kind of keeping that in mind. I would definitely maybe kind of go up a size and then tailor it down.
You have to put it on like a shirt.
I know.
So
Nora dress!
Christina has the Nora dress on. Stretch